Barellan, about 4 hours west of Canberra in southern New South Wales, is a small town celebrating some big things. The giant racket is a tribute to homegrown tennis legend Yvonne Goolagong, and around every corner there's a nod to the heavy horses that helped forge this agricultural district.
I'm old enough to have seen the last of the horses.
Bruce Bandy helped found the Good Old Days Festival 15 years ago. It brings history to life, focusing on working horses.
I think it's pretty important to show our kids and our grandkids the way it used to be done. Like, it's pretty easy now, like sit on a big tractor and push a button, but these, it might take a couple of hours to catch these and harness them up and go out and do your job, what you got to do.
My grandfather had a milk run in Sydney, and he used to have the horse and cart out in the road, and the horses would hear the crate rattle, and when the crate stopped rattling, the horses would stop because they'd know that he'd stopped at the gate and put the milk down. Like, they're very, very inquisitive and smart animals.
About 10,000 people attended over 3 days, bringing about $2 million into the local community. The local Country Women's Association serves up its famous scones. They sold so many last year, it was enough to paint the heritage-listed hall.
We were lucky with the Clydes weekend. We raised enough money to be able to paint the outside and the inside. So for its birthday, it had a fresh coat of paint.
While there's plenty of heritage on show, this year the aim is to make history, harnessing 62 heavy horses to pull a wagon loaded with wool, to break an Australian record and create a spectacle to rival the biggest in the world.
So the record's 50, set by Donnie Ross and Blue Bunyan from up in Queensland. So we're originally aiming to do 54 just to break the record, but we're going to go over 60 today with a 62 horse team.
And that's the Australian record, but I understand the Guinness World Record is 50, and that's held by a team in Canada.
Correct, yeah. So it is the world record in some regards, but I think for us we're just so passionate about the horses in Australia and the history involved. So to really knock off the Australian record and also bring it back to New South Wales is really exciting.
Let's not put the cart before the horse though. This record attempt has been a year in the making, drawing on the skills of some of the country's leading wagon drivers, or teamsters as they're known.
Good girl. Come in, Blondie.
Steve Johnson's been working with heavy horses for more than 50 years.
Okay, Nugget, you can be first off. Down this way, please.
It started off as a bit of a hobby, then it became a passion, now it's a way of life, yeah.
He has more than 20 horses, each one with its own personality.
Who's the boss, other than you, of course?
Oh, well, I'm the number one boss, that's right, and you've got to establish that. But after that, I'd say Gypsy, everyone stands aside for Gypsy, she's the matriarch, so that's it. And then after her, it's Nugget. Hey.
Yeah. Who's the sook, or do I not?
Yeah, oh, well, that's right. This is it, he just loves it, his attention.
Establishing a bond with the horse is key to training.
The first thing I do is I make a friend, so I don't even start training the horse until that horse and I can walk up and it's happy to see me, and I put the feet in the feeder, and it's, it sort of puts its neck, chin down on me as much as thanks, boss. It's a lot of work to train all those animals up and have them work off voice and just do, when you ask them to do something, they just do it. Yeah, it's a lovely thing. They're quite very intelligent. They're very, very intelligent.
Before tractors, heavy horses played a key role in the development of agriculture. They pulled machines to prepare the ground and harvest the crops.
The country was built by horses. They couldn't have got their grain to storage or the crops even sown if they didn't have the heavy horses to do it in the day. And I just think it just keeps that romance alive by someone's got to do it,
Get up.
At Exeter in the Southern Highlands, the youngest member of the group, 36-year-old Alex Burzens, is living that history. On his farm, horses are used in every part of the process to make the hay that feeds them.
Turning it over with moldboard ploughs, or scarifying the paddock to knock the weeds out before we put it in. So it is probably a true organic way. It is slower. I think the way the soil's turned over with horses in general is slower, and I think it's better for the soil personally.
He's farming the land in the same way his grandfather, draft horse breeder Sydney Samuel, did.
Brings me back to my childhood, going out with the team and thinking about him doing the same thing, so I'm very lucky. He's very passionate about keeping horses, true to the type of what they would have been when he was a younger man. So we bred Australian draft horses, and that's the real core of the breed is keep breeding horses which can, which are suitable to doing sort of hard farming jobs.
It's all good practice for tackling the world record.
We've got a lot of young horses in the team as well. Yeah, it gives them the opportunity to get some work in and make sure that we get this record done without a hitch.
The mega team for the world record is made up of Clydesdales, Australian Draft, Shire and Suffolk Punch horses from 4 different owners. When Landline visited Barellan a few weeks before the big day, they'd all come together for the first time.
When you put them all together, they're just a mob of horses. So the trick will be now over the next couple of weeks will be to turn these horses all into one team, which will be difficult because of the sheer number, but I'm confident that we can do it.
We've got some young horses there that haven't been in anything before, so today you might see a bit of just jigging about a bit, but they'll be right. They like walking along in a big team, so everything will be pretty smooth.
Out on the road for a trial run with a small team. Horses that are usually out front have to take a back seat.
They didn't like, because they were the leaders are always out in front, no one in front of them. Yeah, they wasn't happy with the fact there was other horses in front. But we got them, they settled and we got it all. It's just perseverance and working them.
The mutual respect for the other teamsters is clear.
And of course the other thing with doing this is, and doing it with people like Bruce and Alex, is I get to work with people with the same passion that I've got. And that's a lot of fun,
The big day has arrived and thousands of people have come to watch.
So how are your nerves right now?
Oh, pretty good, yeah. I'm the youngest, I can get off the wagon the quickest probably, so no, pretty good. I think the preparation's been done and so I think we're really happy how we're rolling into it.
Harnessing the horses is a 2-hour job.
You guys right? Yep. Righto. Nugget here. Gracie, yep.
It won't be long now and there's a quiet confidence they're going to be able to pull this record off. But even with all the planning, preparation and training, there's going to be 62 horses out here, so nothing's guaranteed. I've got my fingers crossed.
They're off. Rather than being controlled by reins or being led from the ground, all the horses here are listening to the voice commands from the drivers on the wagon.
I think the thing we're all proud of is that we've done it. We've tried to make them a team. It'd be sort of, you see photos where you've got horses being led and sort of multiple numbers, but we really wanted to try and showcase that we've got these horses working and that they're up for the task.
The crowd wasn't disappointed.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Yep, makes me want to cry.
To harness up 62 horses in a wagon at one time, and then when you see them and they're there all placid and, usually you get horses together when they're not mates and that, they're biting or kicking one another or something, not one step out of line.
And do you remember when horses were used for working in agriculture?
Yeah, when I was a kid at home, that's what we had for the farm work and that, yeah.
What was the best thing about watching this today?
Seeing how many they were and how they did it. It was very surprising how they could get them all on and do 2 full laps around the thing.
I've seen working horses during my life, but nothing of this scale whatsoever.
The team of 62 horses in harness has beaten the Australian record of 50, set in Queensland in the 1980s. While the Barellan record won't be officially certified, it is greater than a 50-horse team in Canada in 1995 that's listed in the Guinness Book of Records.
The way all our horses went, they all worked like one team, and that's what they were, one beautiful big team.
And I hear that you went ahead, climbed up on that wagon today, even though you had a bit of a run-in, and you've hurt your leg.
Oh, yeah, she's just a bit damaged again, but anyway, that's...
Horse-related injury?
Oh, yeah, happened this morning, but got to carry on, haven't you?
Not enough to stop a world record, hey?
No, that's for sure. This is the best feeling I've had for probably ever. Except when I had all my kids. Sorry.
But today, to see those 62 horses walk off the way they did, it was just magic.
There was a bit of a hitch at the start, though.
We had a rain caught up and we thought, oh dear. But what we did do, we made the crowd sit back with a bit of, oh, can they or can't they do this? Yes, we can.